Happy Saturday morning, everyone. This is Julie HR, and this morning on this Saturday, I wanted to go over one of my templates entitled Conflict Resolution for Managers, Skills for Success. And what we'll be going over is encouraging communications, controlling responses and reactions, recognizing the signs of conflict, mastering techniques to deal with conflict, and taking time between tasks, and following up on resolution. So if either you or one of your managers needs assistance within the realm of conflict resolution, this is an amazing booklet for you to take a look at. With that being said, this is the front, and now I'm going to take a dive into what the rest of the book looks like. Okay, so as mentioned, here's the introduction and the table of contents, which I mentioned was encouraging communications, controlling responses, recognizing signs of conflict, mastering techniques, taking time between tasks, and following up on resolution. Right here, why conflict resolution matters. It's so very important. Creating a workplace culture that encourages open communication and effective conflict resolution. It just has numerous benefits. It just opens up communication and transparency, collaboration, and it reduces misunderstandings. Throughout this workbook, you'll see some exercises and practical applications. So let's take a look at these, okay? So first, we're going to look at encouraging communications. First and foremost, you want to create a workplace culture that encourages open, honest, and respectful communication. Obviously, it's essential for fostering collaboration and reducing conflicts. And with each and every lesson, I put the description, the importance, and then there's a question. And after you read the importance section, fosters innovation and creativity, enhances teamwork and collaboration, reduces misunderstandings and conflict. There's a question that is posed, which is, how do you think these items of importance could relate to you or your team? So it puts it upon you to actually think about how is this actually going to be helping you, so it can put you into the position of where you are with your team. It also gives you exercises to cultivate the skill, and I'm hoping if you do purchase this workbook, or if you are an HR professional individual that's purchasing this workbook for your team, that you will actually like put on perhaps maybe like a little seminar for managers that goes over each of these particular resolution lessons by week, so the managers can interact with each other and actually learn from each other. So that was encouraging communications, number one. Okay, number two, with conflict resolution, is controlling responses and reactions. It's so essential. I know some people want to, right off the bat, like if you're right in the workforce and you're a brand new manager, you may have the tendency to your emotions just may get the best of you. But as a manager, you need to understand that managing your emotions is a important and critical aspect of conflict resolution. Number one, it involves being self-aware, and you've got to maintain your composure. You are that manager, and you're that one that is a leader, and you're going to be faced with challenging workplace conversations. So it's important for you to control your responses, staying calm, listening, active listening, and just taking it from there. Within this page, it says importance, promotes effective conflict resolution, reduces tension and escalations, and maintains a positive work environment. And how do you think these items of importance could relate to you or your team? And then once again, here we have exercises, which I think that, like I mentioned, it would be key for a group of managers to get together and do this on a weekly basis, one lesson at a time. Emotional awareness, recognizing and understanding one's emotional triggers and responses. How are you going to start recognizing that? And how are you going to be recognizing how you're going to be able to cultivate this skill in regulating your emotions? That's going to be very important. Conflict scenario analysis, in analyzing workplace conflict scenarios to identify effective response strategy. You may want to talk through with your HR manager or those within your manager class about different conflicts and how you go about developing that skill to be able to manage that conflict. Also, some exercises with regards to this is mindfulness and relaxation. You want before you even know that you're going to be going into a conflicting type of situation, you want to practice mindfulness and relaxation. Moving right along, recognizing signs of conflict. And this is where you really tap into your emotional intelligence as a manager. Maybe not at the beginning if you're a new manager, but as you're in a corporation, you're going to be able to pick up on just body language and as it mentions, tone of voice, and you're going to be able to recognize signs of conflicts. So it's important to be able to do that. Why? Number one, it prevents the conflicts from escalating. It allows time for intervention and it enhances overall workplace communication. Some exercises to cultivate the skill: conflict awareness training, conflict diary. I think that's so huge. As a manager, you want to document any and all issues that go on during the day, whether it's a conflict, whether it's a win, whether it's a loss, whether it's a learning lesson. It's key to do that in the beginning, just so you can go back and reflect on what's been going on during the day. Body language workshops, participating in workshops to learn how to interpret body language and nonverbal cues associated with conflict. And what I would say is actually even go online on YouTube. I know there's a lot of body language workshops that you can go to and just take the time to go through that and understand how to interpret body language. Mastering techniques to deal with conflict. It is not easy to always master all techniques to deal with conflict. As a manager, you're going to learn as you go, and you're not necessarily going to know everything. You're going to have to lean on those who know more than you, perhaps a mentor or a manager or supervisor. But the importance is mastering conflict resolution techniques is about equipping you as supervisors with a toolbox of strategies to address workplace conflicts effectively. And if you as a manager are not comfortable with dealing with conflict, it is imperative that you go see the HR department. They should be very well versed in assisting you in helping master techniques to deal with conflict. Or if you feel like there's a conflict on the horizon, just go to your HR manager and say, hey, listen, this is what's going on and this is what I need help on and how to go about it. Bottom line with conflicts is, listening, getting the facts, understanding, finding what's going to be a win-win on both sides. But your HR director or manager should be able to direct you. If you're having issues, you are welcome to reach out to me at julieburns@hreducationedge.com, and I will be happy to hop on a call with you and we can go over some of these techniques. So, exercises to cultivate the skill: understanding the speaker's position. You've got to use your active listening techniques. Empathy. You've really got to demonstrate your understanding of feelings and viewpoints. You've really got to break it down and show that you've got that empathy side of you that really listens and takes in what the individual is saying to show that you really care and understand. Consistency. You want to ensure that your conflict resolution aligns with organizational policies and goals. You don't want to step over the line where you actually do not follow a particular goal or policy, because that's not going to be aligned correctly with the organization. And discretion, handling conflicts with privacy and avoiding unnecessary sharing of sensitive information. And a lot of these, like dealing with conflicts, I would encourage you to work with your HR manager, with ones that you think, and you're a brand new manager you're encountering, sit down with them before you even take first steps in actually attacking the problem or putting together a plan on how you are going to mitigate this conflict. Taking time between tasks. Taking time between tasks is a practice that allows supervisors to recharge and reflect after handling conflict situations. This practice recognizes the emotional toll. There is an emotional toll, and sometimes you've got to separate yourself from that can have it and have the importance that can have and the importance of personal growth through self-reflection. So self-reflection through all these conflict resolution practices and actual interactions, when you step back and give yourself time to compress, you're actually able to learn more and gather your thoughts. And you can also, take the time to write down what you're feeling in your diary. The importance of taking time is support personal growth and learning from experiences, and it helps reduce stress and emotional strain. Enhances future conflict resolution capabilities. And so that's number 5. And I'm going to look at the last one, which I think is very important. And I would say it's a very crucial step. Whatever your resolution is, if you've got 2 employees who are, at odds and there are issues and there is a conflict, it's crucial that you effectively resolve the conflict, but not more than that is actually following up on the resolution. Why? It builds leadership. It builds trust in leadership and demonstrates a commitment to maintaining a positive workplace culture. It also helps prevent unresolved conflicts from resurfacing and allows employees to feel comfortable about raising future issues. You do not want your employees to suppress their dissatisfaction with a particular issue, with whether it's another person or whether it's another process. You want communication to come to the forefront. And exercises to cultivate this skill: following up resolution, follow-up meetings, conflict resolution records, and you want to have surveys and whatnot. So, and with that being said, it's important after you go through this with hopefully your HR manager or your leader will be guiding you through this entire booklet. You'll be able to answer these test questions, which also have the test answers. And that'll take you one step closer in learning about conflict resolution. I encourage you to take a look at this document, and I'm going to post this on my YouTube video as always. And so take the time to look at that and send me a message on YouTube if you have any questions or if you need to touch base with me and we can go over some of these items. As always, subscribe to my channel. I love having more and more people subscribing, and I also love answering any kind of questions I can for the managers that are out there supporting their workforce. So everybody have a great weekend, and I will talk to everyone soon. Thanks so much.